And welcome to a Kwanzaa 365, a 7-day celebration for a year-long practice.
Welcome to the second day of Kwanzaa. Today is Kujichagalia, self-determination. And I used to love this one when my daddy took me to the Kwanzaa festivals in Detroit, Michigan of all places, because it was a time where everybody was really stomping the ground and you would have guys, you know, and I've never seen anything like this in my life, but this is my culture. Kujichagalia, self-determination. Haven't we been self-determined as African Americans in this country? We've moved through all of the hardships that you could possibly throw at a person, and we remain joyful and create the culture, the temperature of the culture here in the United States. Self-determination, Kujichagalia, that is a time to call on the warriors. That is a time to call on the warrior within yourself, the part of you that can keep going after fueling yourself and taking care of yourself. Now you're going to get up and you're going to reach the next height. So what we're going to do is start with our prayer today, our libation. And that is a comedic libation song. We're going to call forth the internal warrior, the courage. We have the courage. We have the self-determination. We call forth from within the bowels of the universe, the earth, from within ourselves and for our families and for our people. Continued self-determination. Kujichagulia, ashe. As you saw, I knocked 3 times to symbolize the calling forth of those who have come before us. On our altar today, we have something to symbolize courage and the support and the underpinning of all endeavors. The makeka, the mat. As you can see, this is one of the symbols of Kwanzaa. Your table would contain all symbols that lead back to the principles of Kwanzaa, such as Kujichagalia. Kujichagalia is the red candle to the right. What we're going to do is light the candle of Kujichagalia as we symbolically bring forth another year of power, self-determination, strength, fortitude, and everything that it would take to excel at anything. Kujichagalia. Kwanzaa 365, a 7-day celebration for a year-long practice.
We just lit candles with Kenya Stevens and gave praises. And now, if you will, at home, stand up and get ready to sing the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing, sung by Lita Lyric Jones.
Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Hi, how you doing? I hope you're enjoying the program. My name is Nets Malin, and this is a Kwanzaa 365, a 7-day celebration for a year-long practice.
My name is Daniel Suber, and I'm here from Asheville, North Carolina. We're here talking a little bit about Kwanzaa. Today we're going to talk about Kujichagalia, and that's self-determination. What's important about self-determination? That's going to get you to where you want to be. That's going to get you to achieve those goals. That's going to keep you going, keep you motivated, keep you driven. Doesn't necessarily mean that you don't get support along the way, because support is very, very important. But who's going to achieve your goals and your dreams other than you? Only you can do it. And that's what's so important about this. It's just self-determination. So, got some special words for you, a little something, something. And the truth is, I really want you to feel this in your heart. And I like to have fun with this. I like to have fun with self-determination. And I like to have fun with the way that we achieve our goals, that we reach into opportunities. I always look at the things in life as an opportunity, and even be curious about the things that we want to achieve. And that can even bring us closer to that goal. So, Kujichagalia. I'm getting this done. I'm making this work, I'm making this fun. Looking at my goals, and I'm breaking off one at a time. Handling my business, I'm loving my mind. Body, soul, my spirit, trying to remember, is it new? Is it old? Be bold, achieve. Getting goals and getting dreams. Bringing those to this world, I'm on those positive schemes. One at a time, I'm handling my business, loving my mind, body, soul, my spirit, trying to remember that I'm money, that I'm gold. Kujichagalia, self-determination. So, wherever you go, whatever you do, I encourage you, be inspired to achieve your goals and your dreams. Remember, you're the only one that can achieve those things. No matter where you get that support, it's really important that you stay centered on that. It's special. Just for you. So my name is Daniel Suber, and we're bringing this to you from Asheville, North Carolina. This has been Kwanzaa 365, and that's a 7-day celebration for a year-long practice. Let's do this.
I hope you're enjoying yourself there at home. I know we're enjoying ourselves here. And so now, let's take a moment with the Elder Alexander Ravenel.
Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. My name is Alexander Ravenel II, and we are celebrating Kwanzaa 365, which is a 7-day celebration for a year-long practice. And today we are discussing the principle Kujichagalia, which represents self-determination. Self-determination means to define, to create, and to speak for ourselves. And as this is a moment with the elders, I myself am going to share with you a reference from someone who is my elder as well. However, before going into that, I would like to say to you that I have come to understand and to recognize that one man, one woman with God is a majority. Because as I shared with you in our unity segment, if you can hold your space, then you can control your world. And so the person whom I want to refer to is one whom I'm honored to address and to share with you today. His name is Ben-Ami Ben Israel. And he wrote a book entitled God, the Black Man, and Truth. And while I'm inspired and have been moved by the entire book, there is one chapter that I continue to refer to as I'm experiencing life at this growth stage in my experience, and that is the power to define. And so while I can give you an explanation in terms of what it means to me, I would like to share with you, and perhaps you, as we are determined to accentuate these principles, make references to it for yourself. Again, the title of the book is God, the Black Man, and Truth. And here's what he says. Are men really following their own minds today? Or are they following friends and patterns defined by others as chic, in the know, in style or out of style? Have we always liked to eat hog guts, which some refer to as chitlings, hog brains and eggs, mountain oysters, which are hog's testicles, neck bones, chicken gizzards, which are the waste sacks for chickens? Or did these things become an integral part of our diet because someone defined them as soul food? Given my own transitional experience with regard to a dietary regime, I not only recognize that we were in the very beginning, if we choose to believe that, given a dietary diet, but my own experience has dictated to me that the cerebral functioning is very much conditioned upon the diet in terms of what you place into in your temple, your body temple. So this principle with regard to self-determination, based upon what was shared yesterday with regard to maintaining your own autonomy. So to maintain your autonomy and collectively being self-determined, what you are in effect demonstrating that I, speaking of yourself, I control my consciousness. I control my thoughts, which is represented allegorically in the Bible as fowls of the air. And I control my emotions, represented by the fish of the sea. I control my characteristics. I control even those creeping things, that is, those propensities. I am, because of my diet, I am so sensitive that I can discern the very appearance, even before it appears, of some spirit of division, so that I can prepare myself that when it comes, I can deter its intention. And so these are the things that Ben-Ami Ben Israel is asking about in terms of the power to define, because who defined for you the various celebrations and days of holidays that you experience and celebrate? Who told you that these are right to do? In other words, you have the power to define for yourself, even to redefine the world's definition of the kinds of experiences that you should have. For example, Black history in America, African American history. There's no other group of people who refer to themselves from the tone of, say, Italian American, though there's reference to it, but they are functionally Italian. But nonetheless, as a collective group, we're all Black when you search the scriptures and truly search history. And I refer to scriptures quite often because it is the basis and the foundation of my lifestyle. But I had to remove religion from the Bible in order to make it practically functional for me. And this is what you'll find Ben-Ami doing also quite often. Here he goes on to say, to today's rulers, not those who necessarily are defined for us or for the nation, but today's rulers being you who are self-governing, you who are operating within the confines and the definition of your own autonomy. That is, you defining who you are as an individual, who you are collectively, who you are traditionally, but who you are presently. So leave all the other categorical references to those who would seek to define you. But you have a definition for yourself, and then that definition gives you the ability to speak for yourself. In fact, very often you will not even have to open your mouth. Your very presence will get you the things that you want. And the other thing that Al-Daya do with regard to bringing about this self-determination is that it affords you the opportunity to even send the necessary energies to cause to be manifest, and also to draw the necessary persons, individual circumstances into the experience in order to effect your desire. So this is from God, the Black Man in Truth. Here's something else from God, the Black Man in Truth in page 60. He says, you must learn to be a divine dreamer and dream divine dreams. We're talking about self-determination. We're talking about the power to define. We're talking about the ability to create. We're talking about the audacity even to speak for yourself. My father used to say, self-arrogance, divine arrogance of self-assurance. That means to hold your space. If you have to be arrogant about it, make it divine so that others benefit by it as opposed to being offended, because no one has to be offended anymore. So what Ben Israel is suggesting to us, that if we can define ourselves in relationship to the goals that we want to set for ourselves, then there is nothing that you as an individual, not disrespecting any categorical racial group that you place yourself in, because life is consciousness. So therefore, anything that you determine to do, you can do. And in light of this, I'll make reference to this later in another principle, but I would like to say, just recently, from the standpoint of the Black experience, and I understand what we're going through, or appear to be going through in this society today, but for me, it's an improvement opportunity, because I no longer feel like a victim. But I understand that some of us are still victimized, so I'm not going to negate that. But collectively, as the brother recently, Brother Michael, referred to Black Wall Street many years ago. While that has a truth relative to the past, the potential for that creation is here present today. So we can determine what goal that we want to set, and everything that is necessary, everybody that is necessary, every circumstance that is necessary, every situation necessary to effect its manifestation will show up. And your diet will keep you in tune to those probabilities. Thank you. My name is Alexander Ravenel II. This is Kwanzaa 365, a 7-day celebration for a year-long practice. Thank you very much. Look forward to talking with you again. Thank you.
Kwanzaa is a joyous time of year, and to celebrate that, we are going to have a musical rendition from one of my favorite artists. Enjoy.
Help me believe in something that's real. Live like I believe what I know. Help me to live. Help me believe in something that's real. Live like I believe what I know. Help me to live. Oh, I'm sick of doubting. something is real. Live like I believe what I know. Help me to live. Oh, I'm sick of doubting your perfect plan, my purpose. Help me believe, yeah. I'm sick of doubting your perfect plan, your promises. Help me believe, help me believe, help me believe. Live like I believe. Help me believe, help me believe. Gotta set my mind on. Gotta set my mind on. Gotta set my mind on. Whoa, gotta set my mind on. 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 Gotta set my subject matter. Listen. Mind over matter. Double portion. Not double-minded. Discontentment, jealousy, gotta fight it. Emotions running wild, gotta reel it in. Random anxious thoughts left and right, I'm dodging them. Start attacking my mind, I must renew it. He done tried to take me out, but I had a different plan. Chest still beating from the purpose that lives within. Devil whispers in my ear, you're not loved, go end your life. Talking about drink it away, numb the pain tonight. Talking about you're not capable, I see the fear in your eyes. Taking those for you, I know the truth. You can keep all of those lies. I press towards the mark of the high. Calling, narrow path. The ways of the world are behind me. Setting my affections on the Lord. Setting my eyes on the prize. Setting my mind on things above, beyond the natural, beyond the sky. Gotta set my mind on. Gotta set my mind on. Gotta set my mind on. Things above. Gotta set my mind on. Things above. Gotta set my mind on. I gotta set my mind on. I gotta set my mind on. Gotta set my mind on. Gotta set my. I'm destroying speculations and arguments of anything that brings itself against the knowledge of God. Taking captive every thought and bringing it to the obedience of Christ, my Lord. Daily I pray, Lord, keep my mind. Daily I pray, Lord, keep my mind. Daily I pray, Lord, keep my mind. Yeah, I gotta set my mind up. Gotta set my mind up. Gotta set my mind up. Whoa, gotta set my mind up. I gotta set my mind up. 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 Gotta set my.
Whatever's true,
and
noble, and right, and pure, and lovely,
y'all,
and admirable. If anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think on those things.
Yeah. Gotta set my mind on. Ooh, whoa, gotta set my. Yeah, cause I can see. I go by the name of Virtuous. Virtuous. Yes, that's me. DJ, wake up. I'm ready for the next one. Play the next track. Yeah. I can say, yeah. I can say. We so quick to speak, judge fast told, like express mail or the breaking news. We barely hold our tongues, maybe because it's heavy, yet manage to hold a grudge like a newborn baby. Why is it so easy to get jealous? And why are we so surprised like a pop quiz? Why do we entertain the trash that they're giving? Why do we second guess ourselves? Repeat the question. The answer gonna be the same, love till the end. Love like you actually have nothing else to give. But all you got is what I have, that's what you have too. We give it at the same time than what we gotta lose. My biggest enemy is sometimes in me. Gotta quiet my thoughts that creep TLC. I believe, so I see, switched it up since they say I have to see to believe. My faith can't agree. I can say, yeah. Y'all been sleeping on your girl, I've been sleeping too. About 3 or 4 times a morning, I hit the snooze. But now I'm woke, not gonna back down. Enemy said stop doing music, it's not that appealing. Of course it's not to him, because I speak the truth. Transparency with the sauce and the good news. A recipe you gotta taste and see. I'm trying to serve it now, watered down through the music industry. But y'all don't want it though. See, y'all want Nicki, and y'all want Cardi. Not hating on the sisters, but I'm trying to give y'all more than a role model with a lot of money showing off her body. Y'all only know what I show you, like show and tell in grade school. Not gonna show you my dirt before you see my jewels. Don't believe me, can't imagine that. If you were real with yourself, that's a real statement. I can say, yeah. I can say, you see, I fell in love with the idea, ignore the reality. It was a tragedy, but now I see clearly, and I'm done trying to be what people want, 'cause I am free indeed. I can say, I can say, yeah. Bounce with me, come on, bounce with me, come on, bounce with me, come on, yeah. Bounce with me, come on.
I always wondered how the future and the present stands on the shoulders of the past, and how a call to action can stimulate a crowd into doing something more than they thought was able to be done. So right now, we are going to join Michael Hayes as he presents a past, present, future call to action.
Hello, everybody. For those of you who joined us yesterday, we'd like to say welcome back. For those who didn't have the chance to join us and this is your first day, welcome. My name is Michael Hayes, and we're at the ymiculturalcenter, and we're celebrating Kwanzaa. Our second principle is Kujichagulia, which is self-determination. And that principle is to define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves. And when I say ourselves, the principle is really talking about us communal, collaborative, collectively. And we can take that literally to speak for ourselves as a personal thing, but I challenge us to really take this from a community point of view. How can we, or when have we defined ourselves? We have defined ourselves many, many different times in history. But one specific time I want to speak about Brother Marcus Garvey. Brother Marcus Garvey said, you know what? I can no longer let anybody tell us who we are. And he said, I will define who we are. We will define who we are. Marcus Garvey started a movement that had people willing to invest in going back to Africa, going back to where they came from, because he was determined to not be judged by the color of his skin. He was determined not to be judged by anybody for a socioeconomic status, and he actually got people to believe in themselves and have the same determination he had to be better. Right now we're looking at, in the present, we're looking at an opportunity for us to define who we are. There are so many moments in history and so many things that are going on right now that will give us an opportunity to define who we are. We got the opportunity to to collectively come together in the sense of Umoja, to express our Kujichagulia, our self-determination to change our outlook. I want you to look what happened during this election. During this election, people said, you know what, I'm tired of being named this, being named that. You know what, we're gonna get out and we're gonna start our own businesses. We're gonna do things that we've never done before. Right now here in Asheville, there is history being made. Because of the self-determination of two men who actually were incarcerated, they said, you know what, I have to define myself and define who I am. So they created a coffee shop, the first black-owned coffee shop here in Asheville, North Carolina, called The Grind. Through self-determination, through renaming or naming for themselves what they wanted and how they wanted to be approached and how they wanted to be represented. Now, how does that change the nation? How does that change the community? How does that change our sense of Umoja? Now we have a group of people that use the first principle of Kwanzaa, Umoja, and connected to the second principle of Kwanzaa, which is Kujichagalia, self-determination, to define who they were. And now we're moving to prosperity. So now we look at what we can present for our future. Now we look at our young people going to a shop that is black-owned, and they can say, you know what, I can do the same thing. So the challenge I have for you all with Kujichagalia, the challenge that I have for you with the second principle, is to not only define yourselves, determine who you are and define it, determine who you are and define it for your family, but determine your community, define it, and set forth the example that our young people need to see so that they have the determination to succeed at everything they want to do and exceed all expectations of us. So I challenge you today, open your doors, open your heart, and start speaking life into our next generation. Open your doors, open your heart, and open your mindset to say, you know what? You are the future, so therefore, I must be determined to show you how valuable you are and expose them to the things that make them valuable. Expose them to the things that make them realize they can exceed all expectations and they can definitely make their dreams come true. We must get to the point where we speak for ourselves and speak it with determination that we are going to be successful. We're going to do this with Umoja as our cornerstone and Kujichagalia being the way that we present it. We're going to speak for ourselves, create for ourselves, name ourselves, and we're going to define ourselves. This is a 7-day celebration for a year-round practice. My name is Michael Hayes here in Asheville, North Carolina at the famous YMI. Thank you all.
Hi, I'm Rakem Sekou with Capital Awareness and Kwanzaa 365. Hopefully you've enjoyed day 2 of our Kwanzaa celebration, Kujichagalia, self-determination, understanding that will and our inner desire to succeed is the key to our success. I'd like to thank some of the people that made this project possible. Hamilton Media Design, Michael Hayes, Umoja Collective, Aaron Oliver, Social Media Director, Angela Clemens, LLC, Daniel Suber, and Kenya K. Stevens with the Progressive Love Academy.
Blessings. I am Nesmalan. Thank you once again for tuning in to the second day of a Kwanzaa 365. Kujichagalia, self-determination, meaning being yourself and standing up for yourself and moving forward in this world to a place that we need to be. I'd like to take this time to thank a few people who helped make this program possible. Dewana Little, the Executive Director of the ymiculturalcenter Center, and the YMI Board of Directors. Kai Linzian. I also would like to thank Lita Lyric Jones, Elder Alexander Ravenel, Kevin Spears and Shinobi. I also would like to thank Theodore Filson, the YMI Building Manager, and Sonia Bruton, SB Catering.
Habari gani? Kujichagalia. Kujichagalia is self-determination. We name ourselves, we create for ourselves, we determine our own destiny. We must be in control of ourselves. First of all, as individuals, we must have a determination to do good in order for us to be good members of society. Blessed love. I am Ja Daniel. On behalf of Capital Awareness and Kwanzaa 365, I would like to wish you and your family and loved ones a happy and blessed Kwanzaa. I have a few people that I would like to give special thanks to. That is Virtuous, Denise Carter, Spaceman Jones, Jamar Woods, Brothers in Christ, and Tanya Plummer, the YMI Operations Manager. So at the end of every night of Kwanzaa, we have a ritual where we chant Harambee, and I need you guys to do it with me. Everybody who's watching at home, we need your participation. Reach as high as you can, and we're going to pull in energy from the universe, and we're going to chant Harambee 7 times. Harambee, 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 Harambee.